So what are the family courts doing that is stopping kids from seeing their parents? And it's not just about dads, right? It's about moms.
Well, my experience, and I've experienced this both moms and dads, the courts pick one parent who ends up being a custodial parent. And then depending on your relationship with your ex, you could have anything from regular visits to, like I did, fighting for an extra hour. In the first 10 years of the case, I saw my kids less than 1 month's worth of hours. It's just horrific that I was fighting for an hour here and an hour there. I had 2 Christmases, 1 birthday each, and that was it. No New Year's, no Father's Day, no summers, nothing. And I mean, I would go in to get visitation and hope, that I'd be able to see my kids at my home. And I'd be walking out, well, you get 1 more hour in the park. And that was the closest I've got after 2004 with seeing my kids outside of a therapist's office, was seeing them in the park in Sonoma, California. And it's just not what should be done to any parent. And it also violates the rights of the children, because they have a right to be with both parents. They have a right to experience both sides of their family. They should know both grandparents. They should know both parents. And my experience, and many of the people I've served process for, have the experience where they're fighting for crumbs on the ground when they should have more of 50-50 rights. And the kids should have more of a say in the fact that they want to have a relationship with both members of their family.
Who gives the courts the power to take kids away? And do they ever have reasons, justifiable reasons? Or, what's the typical situation that you've seen?
Well, it starts with legislature. There are laws in place, and they're not always necessarily used correctly. I found a particular law since I was falsely accused of an inappropriate conduct with my daughter. I was investigated by CPS and the Sonoma County Sheriff, and I was cleared in 4 days. Yet my visitation never improved. The fact that it was proven that the other side lied, I never got more. I got the 1 hour with my son in a therapist's office, and that was it. After 2 years of deprivation, the laws on the books some need to be tweaked, and some just need to be followed. The law I found that deals with false allegations was a case named Robert J. versus Catherine D. It's from 2009. Now, granted, the case itself is about sanctions in the court, but the underlying cause of the action in family court was a false allegation. And the judge in that case said, if an allegation of abuse or neglect arises, the court necessarily must determine its veracity before it makes a custody decision to ensure that it acts in the best interests of the child. Because what if that mom or dad that made the accusation is lying? Should they be rewarded with being the custodial parent? I don't think so. I think there should be a penalty when they start lying in court. Matter of fact, in all of the court system, being you already know I'm a court officer, family court is the only one where they let people get away lying left and right, and they do nothing about it. At best, you get an admonishment. But in my case, the best I got was 1 more hour at the park. And again, it's hard. It was hard for me, but I can only imagine what my kids went through. We were close when they were small, and watching them be pulled away like that, it literally rips your heart out. And at this point, I haven't seen them in 13 years. It's like mourning a death. I mean, I would give anything to be able to just hear one simple word: hello.
KidsMatter.Charity, a nonprofit dedicated to fighting for kids' rights in difficult divorce situations. Donate at KidsMatter.Charity to help them restore common sense to the family courts.